Listen, I want everybody to get up. I want you to raise your hand as high as you can. I want you to raise your hand as high as you can. Get up and raise your hand as high as you can. All right. That's your standard. That's your standard. That's the bar. That's the bar. Like the highest you can reach. The highest you can reach should be the standard. That's your baseline. I want you to ask yourself, the standard that you have right now, is that as far as you can reach? Look, when you raise your hand as high as you can reach, when you raise your hand as high as you can reach, did you stand on your tiptoes? Right. I'm just saying, look, the thing is because someone might have a different perspective that can help you get a little higher. And you might say, this is my standard. You might say, this is my standard, but it could be a small tweak that can get you a little bit higher. They can take you to the next level. Right? We talk about the 1% all the time. I tell people, they talk about the 1% and 2%, right? The successful people in the world. And I talk about the 1% on a whole different scale. I talk about it on a whole different scale. I talk about it like a battery. I talk about it like a battery. So at 100%, your cell phone is working the way it's supposed to work. 100%. It's working the way it's supposed to work. As it go down to 25%, you get this alert. It says your battery's getting low. 25, 20%. It says your battery's getting low. And then you start getting alerts like every 5%. You start getting alerts. And like your system start to go into power saving mode. You make the selection whether or not you want to keep it. But then you get down to 1%. And what happens when you're at 1%? I mean, a lot of people tell me that the phone dies. Now, 1%, at 1%, you change. You operate differently. See, from 25 to 1%, you start making adjustments mentally. You start prioritizing the makeup of your communication. Somebody call you, you decide that, hey, listen, I'm not gonna take that call right now. It's not important enough for me to burn my battery out. I'm just asking the question, because like at 1%, what happens? We gotta live like our battery's on 1% every day. Like there's a different perspective that we have whenever our battery's on 1%. When our battery is on 1%, we are more attentive to how we operate, to where we spend our time, to how we engage. We are more attentive to where we gonna use our energy. We only got 1% left, but let me tell you something, that 1%, even though it's just 1%, we know right here that we can still make that call. Should we need to? We know right here we can shoot that text message if we need to. We know right here we can hit that browser for a quick second to get that information we need. We know right here, 1%. We know it at 1%. I want you to think about your standard. Imagine where you will be. Imagine what you can achieve, what you can do in a day if you operate like you operate on 1% at 100%. When we at 100%, we don't maximize our potential. We don't maximize our ability. A lot of people, they tell you in the education field, even to this day, I got professionals that'll tell me, hey, listen, I work better when it's crunch time. I operate better when it's crunch time. Why are we pushing ourselves to the edge just so we can produce late? It sounds like we're delaying things that we need to get done. It sounds like we're procrastinating. And so the things that we could access, the standard that we can actually reach, we ain't even making it there. We ain't even operating on that level. We just wait till we get to 1% so we can show up. Tell people we good at clutch, right? It's crunch time. I can handle the business, coach. It's crunch time. I can make it happen. I can meet the deadline. You came through. Pat on the back. Clap hands. Great job. But imagine what you could do. Imagine the standard that you would set for your family, for your community, for your nation. If at 100% you operated like that every single day, every single time. When your battery's at 100, if your battery's at 99, if your battery's at 90, if your battery's at 80, if your battery's at 10%, if your battery's at 1%, I'm operating like I just got 1%. I gotta make sure I spend the quality time in what I need to spend it with, to what I need to spend. It needs to be allocated appropriately. I gotta make sure that my time is allocated appropriately. My energy is placed in the right places. At 1%, you ain't gonna use your energy on everything. So while you're using your energy on everything at 100%, See, listen, that's the 1%. That's the 1% mentality. The reason why 1 and 2% of the world, reason why there's a 1 and 2% of the world that's extremely successful, that own so much, is because they own this every single day. They doing it every single day. They doing it all day long. And when they rest, but they get up 100%. And they tap that bad boy out. What are you leaving in your day? What are you leaving in your 24 hours? What are you leaving? What are you leaving in that meeting? What are you leaving in that relationship? What are you leaving on that job? That 1%, max it out. If you're going to give me 100 of them, I'm going to max all of them out. So think about that. Where are you putting your energy? Where are you putting your energy? And listen, we raised our hands, right? We raised our hands, and a lot of us realized that, hey, listen, I didn't raise my hand as far as I could reach. I was still flat-footed. I could have got on my tiptoes. Think about this. I didn't raise my hand as far as I could reach. I could have went and got a ladder. I could have got on this chair. Right? But because I was in an environment with so many different individuals, because I was sitting in a setting that was meant for teaching and learning, I wanted to make sure that I was in compliance. Your success doesn't come from compliance. It's the things that's outside of the box that causes success to blow up. It causes things to go crazy. You get the structure, but your success is set up in your uniqueness. It's the same things everybody that called you out on, saying that that's crazy, you're doing that weird and all. Those are the same things that's going to scream out and say, crown me. Because your uniqueness is your royalty. Put your crown on. Raise the bar. Set your standard. Set your standard. Get on top of the chair. Stand on top of the table. It's not illegal. Get you a ladder. Get as high as you can. But make sure that you put your uniqueness on it. And you give everything that you got. Set your standard. Grab that perspective. Let's go.